In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Martin Luther King. In the quiet moments of retirement, when the bustle of work fades away, we often find ourselves reflecting on the connections that truly matter. At Golden Years Wisdom Channel, we understand that navigating friendships after retirement can be both rewarding and challenging, a delicate dance between cherishing old bonds and creating new ones. We invite you to join us on this journey of discovery as we explore the nuances of friendship in your golden years. If this resonates with you, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications. Your support helps us continue creating content that touches hearts and transforms lives. Now, let's embark on this exploration together. Chapter 1: The Changing Tapestry of Connection. When familiar threads begin to weave new patterns, the friendships we cherished throughout our working years often transform in retirement, shifting like seasons against the landscape of our changing lives. Margaret, at 75, found that her weekly lunches with former colleagues gradually became less frequent, not from lack of care, but from the natural evolution of lives moving in different directions. This transition, though sometimes painful, opens space for new connections that align with who we are becoming rather than who we once were. The beauty of retirement lies not in clinging to what was, but in embracing what could be. When we release expectations of how friendships should look, we create room for authentic connections that nourish our souls today, not just echo our past. Remember that every ending brings new beginnings, and the friendships that truly matter will find ways to grow alongside you, even as their form changes. Chapter 2: Finding Purpose Beyond People. When loneliness whispers, listen for wisdom. When loneliness settles in after retirement, our first instinct often leads us to seek comfort in others. But the deepest fulfillment comes from rediscovering purpose within ourselves. Edward, at 82, spent months trying to fill his emptiness by reconnecting with old friends, only to discover that what he truly craved was not company, but meaning. Something he eventually found by teaching chess to children at the local community center. This revelation transformed his retirement from a period of loss to one of profound personal growth. The quiet moments that feel like loneliness are often life's invitation to explore the passions you've set aside. Before reaching for the phone to reconnect with old friends, ask yourself, what brings my heart alive today? Sometimes the most powerful antidote to feeling alone isn't more people. It's finding something that makes you feel truly alive. When you follow your passion, you'll often find that meaningful connections naturally follow. Chapter 3: The Balance of Giving and Receiving. Dancing the delicate rhythm of mutual care. True friendship exists in the beautiful balance of giving and receiving, where both people feel valued and seen in the relationship. Eleanor, at 68, realized after months of initiating every call and visit that her friendships had become unbalanced. She was giving energy that was not being reciprocated, leaving her feeling depleted rather than fulfilled. This awareness, though painful, allowed her to redirect her precious time toward relationships where care flowed both ways. The wisdom of your years deserves respect, especially from those who claim to value your friendship. Notice which connections energize you and which leave you feeling drained. This is your heart's guidance about where to invest your emotional resources. A friendship that flourishes doesn't require constant tending from only one side. Like all living things, it thrives when nurtured by all who share in its benefits. Chapter 4. Embracing New Beginnings. When courage opens doors to unexpected joy, the greatest gift of retirement may be the freedom to reinvent yourself and discover connections that reflect who you are becoming, not just who you've been. Victor, at 79, reluctantly joined a painting class after his wife's passing, certain he would feel out of place among strangers. Yet within months, these new acquaintances had become his most treasured friends, sharing not just a hobby, but a perspective on life that resonated with his evolving self. His willingness to step beyond comfort opened a door to unexpected joy. Each new person we meet carries the potential to expand our world in ways we cannot predict. By approaching new social opportunities with openness rather than expectation, we allow ourselves to be surprised by connections that may become even more meaningful than those we've cherished for decades. Remember that friendships formed in your golden years often possess a special quality. They're chosen not from circumstance, but from genuine alignment of spirits. Chapter 5. The Courage to Let Go. When holding on prevents holding dear, sometimes the greatest act of self-respect is recognizing when a friendship no longer nurtures your spirit and having the courage to release it with grace. Sophia, at 85, maintained weekly visits with a childhood friend whose constant negativity left her feeling drained and disheartened, until she finally acknowledged that their connection had become a habit rather than a source of joy. With gentle honesty, she created space for relationships that reflected her desire to embrace life with optimism. Your remaining years are too precious to spend in relationships that diminish rather than enhance your spirit. Letting go is not about rejection, but about honoring the season you shared, while recognizing when winter has come to that particular garden. When you release connections that no longer serve your highest good, you create sacred space for relationships that will help you flourish in this important chapter of your life. Chapter 6. Technology as a bridge, not a barrier, connecting across distances with warmth. The digital world offers remarkable tools to maintain meaningful connections, even when physical distance separates us from those we hold dear. Arthur, at 92, initially resisted learning video calling, believing it could never replace in-person visits, until his granddaughter patiently showed him how these technologies could bring family gatherings right into his living room. What began as intimidating technology became his daily window to loved ones, proving that connection transcends the medium. Embracing new ways to communicate does not diminish the authenticity of your relationships. It simply creates more pathways to nurture them. With each video call, text message, or shared photo, you weave threads of continuity through your most cherished bonds. Remember that what matters is not the sophistication of your technical skills, but the sincerity of your desire to remain present in the lives of those you care about. Chapter 7. Creating your circle of wisdom, building community through shared experience. The most fulfilling friendships in your golden years often come from connecting with those who understand your current journey, not just those who remember your past. Harriet, at 73, found unexpected comfort in a grief support group after losing her husband, discovering that these new friends provided a unique understanding her lifelong acquaintances couldn't offer. Through sharing vulnerabilities with others navigating similar paths, She created a circle of wisdom that became her strongest support system. There is profound power in being truly seen and understood by others walking a parallel path. By seeking communities centered around your current interests and life stage, you create connections rooted in present reality rather than distant memories. These new relationships offer not just companionship, but the irreplaceable comfort of knowing you're not alone in your experiences, a gift beyond measure in your golden years. Chapter 8: The Legacy of Connection. What remains when all else fades? The friendships we nurture throughout our lives create ripples that extend far beyond our own experience, teaching future generations about the art of human connection. Daniel, at 96, maintained a weekly letter exchange with his college roommate for over 7 decades, creating an archive of correspondence that his great-grandchildren now treasure as a testament to lifelong friendship. His example reminds us that how we connect with others may be our most enduring legacy. The way you tend your friendships models for younger generations what meaningful connection looks like in a world increasingly starved for authentic human bonds. By demonstrating loyalty, forgiveness, presence, and care, you create a living legacy that will inspire long after material possessions are forgotten. Remember that in the final accounting of a life well lived, it is not what we accumulated, but whom we loved that measures our wealth. Conclusion. As we reach the conclusion of our journey together, remember that friendship in your golden years is not about quantity, but quality, about cultivating connections that honor who you are becoming, not just who you've been. Your wisdom, earned through decades of living, deserves to be shared with those who value it and reciprocated by those worthy of your precious time and energy. We'd love to hear your stories of friendship and connection. What relationships have sustained you through life's changes? How have you found new connections in retirement? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. Until next time, from all of us at Golden Years Wisdom Channel, remember that it's never too late to create connections that bring joy to your heart.